Good morning. Apologies if the video is a little dark. We're out here a little bit earlier than normal. Plus, as you can see, it's extremely overcast. Been teasing us for rain the past couple of days, but we haven't had any. So I was thinking about yesterday's video on the walk up the hill. That hill, I don't know if you guys can see it behind us. There it is. But hey, by the way, there's Fancy. Say hi, Fancy. Anyway, I was thinking about yesterday's video, and not necessarily the video itself. I was thinking about what inspired the video, or how the video came about. Okay, so backstory. So when I go to bed, I usually throw on a YouTube video and let it play while I go to sleep, and then I'll wake up in the middle of the night, to use the restroom or something, and I'll turn the video off, or the tablet will go to sleep. Well, the night before I made that video, I was listening to a short science fiction story. I know that because I remember the story. But anyway, I fell asleep, and I woke up, did my normal thing, got up, made the video. Then as I'm going throughout my day, I'm catching up on people that I subscribed to that, from the day before. And apparently autoplay was on my tablet, on the YouTube tablet, because I had a bunch of videos that I didn't watch the day before that had shown that I'd watched them. So that means that they played when I was asleep. Well, anyway, I'm catching up, and I run across a video by Black Scout Survival, Jack Richmond. And the talking points that I used in my video came almost directly from his video. And I did not watch it. And when I say almost directly, I mean I even use the same verbiage in a couple of cases. But I didn't remember watching the video. In fact, I know I didn't watch it, but I listened to it in my sleep. And it really kind of drove home the point how susceptible we are to what goes on around us. We may not pay attention to stuff, but our mind does. And this is one of the reasons why we need to be very, very careful about what we surround ourselves with as far as media. I know a lot of people that will turn a radio on or turn a TV on and go about their business with it in the background. But whether you realize it or not, you're picking up what's being put out by the social media, and your mind is cataloging it. And chances are that you're being influenced, even tangentially, by what you're hearing in the background. And this is one of the reasons, if you know propaganda and psychology, this is one of the reasons why the woke message is constantly surrounding us. Because they have to bombard you with it, because eventually you get worn down. And it was reminding me of a conversation we had recently about 80s television shows. These, like Family Ties and The Cosby Show and all these different shows. You realize that they were programming Gen Xers as a precursor to the woke movement. If you go back and look at these shows going like Me TV or what's the other one, Nostalgia TV, you go back to these channels and you watch these old shows and look at them with a really critical eye in respect to what's going on in our culture today. They were laying the groundwork whenever we were kids, whenever the Gen Xers were kids. In fact, it went even further back than that, but the 80s and 90s are my frame of reference. So we need to be really careful about what we're listening to. And even, I'm gonna say this is probably gonna upset some people, but I really don't care. A lot of the quote unquote conservative pundits are not really too terribly conservative. In fact, most of them are worried about making a buck. That's one thing I liked about Rush Limbaugh, was he said what he said, but at the end of the day, he always he always made the point to let people know that he was an entertainer and it was his business, and he was quite honest about it. And it's one of the reasons why he never got into politics, like as a politician. He talked about it because it was good business, but he never got into politics. You know, so we need to be really, really careful about what we're surrounding ourselves with. And, you know, there's some wisdom. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "Come out of her, my people." And they're talking about bringing ourselves out of the world. And in a secular sense, the idea holds true too. You know, I know people that watch a lot of television. You know, and I'm not gonna lie, I watch an hour and a half every day as I'm getting ready for bed. You know, I sit down and unwind after working. Sometimes more, not gonna lie, sometimes more. But we need to be really careful about what we subject ourselves to, and we need to remove ourselves from what's going on as far as the cultural rot and all that stuff. Because even if you surround yourself with it, it's going to rub off on you. Mosquitoes are out this morning. This is really the first morning I've had mosquitoes being a problem. You know, but you know that there's a thing in construction. There's an idea in construction that whatever comes in contact with dirt eventually turns into dirt. And it's the same thing with our culture and our morals and our values. Because if we surround ourselves with immorality, it's going to rub off on us. And like I've always said, if I'm pointing a finger at you, I've got 3 pointing back at me, because I am extremely bad at this, and it's something I know I need to work on. But so, you know, I hope that our channel does not act like a cultural rot for you. I hope our channel strengthens you and fortifies you against the assault that we see coming from every direction every day. Now, we're almost home. It's hot, humid, ready to get this pack off and take a shower. But that's the video. You know, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. Once again, you know, we got the affiliate links down below. You can go click those for some good deals on different products. Most importantly, guys, I want you to go out there and live a life done free from all the propaganda, free from all the rot, and just live the best lives you can. All right, take care. Thanks, Milo.